He's fronted Whitesnake, and now he's here. This is David Coverdale on Planet Rock.
This is Up Close and Personal with David Coverdale and the Hook City Hooligans. The 6th and final episode, baby. These are the best years of my life. Good Lord. Yes, of course, and still they are the best years of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a very special final show for you. Today we have the pleasure of talking with Devil May Care Beach, the incendiary Joel Hoekstra, Italian stallion Michele Lupi, the pride of Croatia Dino Julusic, Irish sorceress Tanya O'Callaghan, and the indestructible Tommy Aldridge, a.k.a. the Stormbringer. So let's get started, shall we, boys and girls?
Hey, DC.
Who's that sexy guy? Who's that sexy Chicago guy living in New York?
I better use both accents, I guess. Huh? It's Joel, my friend. It's great to hear your voice. I guess I could, say hi to you this way, too.
My incendiary one, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Joel Hoekstra, guitarist extraordinaire and dear, dear friend and co-composer. How are you doing, my beauty, and how's your family?
I'm doing great, DC. Thank you so much. It's great to hear your voice, bro. The family's enjoying the summer out of my in-laws' beach house, and I'm back here just writing, recording, and teaching nonstop.
I know. I'm very proud of you, my industrious chum. But I do know you've been writing and recording. What's that beautiful summery song that you shared with me recently that I inadvertently released to the world?
It's a fun song called Save Me From Loving You. And the project is called Echo Bats.
Oh, kick-ass. Well, there you go, boys and girls. Here we go. Check this out. But I'm delighted you're keeping busy because you're also doing tutorials, aren't you?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I've been doing master classes for Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp in a school called Rockstars of Tomorrow, and over 30 Skype lessons a week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, it's taken me back to my roots. I did a lot of teaching in my younger years before touring really took off and became what it became for me, and have all the wonderful playing opportunities like playing in your band and having the opportunity to make music with you. So, I won't forget how to play on our break here.
What was the song that stopped you in your tracks and said, this is a game changer, a life changer, and set you on that hell-raising road to rock and roll?
Man, it would have to be Back in Black.
You know, it's so funny, Joel, that you talk about AC/DC. I'll tell you when they first came onto my radar, and this goes back to 1974. I was in Deep Purple, and we were invited to play the Sunbury Music Festival in Melbourne, Australia. Oh. So we're closing the show, and it's howling gales. It's just really awful. Richie's playing with gloves. It's just awful. Anyway, we finished the show, thank God, and we had 5 purple Rolls Royces.
Wow.
So Glenn Hughes jumps into mine with me, and as we're driving off, I hear these clunky drums and clunky guitar sounds, and I'm going, I thought we closed the show. And he said, yeah, I think we did. Anyway, we drove off. So what it was this young punk Australian band called AC/DC jumped on stage as we left stage and plugged into our equipment and started jamming away furiously.
No way.
Meanwhile, our roadies were battling them. You know, Bond was a little guy, God bless him, but he was a hell of a scrapper. But, these roadies were gigantic, pulling them off our equipment. And we would read about it the next day, and I went AC/DC, and Angus and me laugh about that every time we meet.
Wow, what a story.
So, Joel, I got to tell you, such a treat to talk with you. Stay safe and well, and my huge love to your fantastic family, and we'll keep sending appalling, tasteless texts to each other on our band thread. Because I swear to God, ladies and gentlemen, if our parents could see what we text each other, they'd write us out of their inheritance. Anyway, my brother Joel, that's it, and I love you. I gotta go.
Right back at you, DC. My best to you and the family.
I've been thinking about your love. I think of your Tommy Aldridge, my beautiful brother Snake, you are the Stormbringer, Mr. Thunder and Lightning, the Rolls-Royce engine that drives this muscular, sexy bunch of snakes. So how you doing, sweet brother?
I don't know if I'm worthy of any of that, but you're too kind, DC.
You know, one of the things you and I have hardly ever discussed was what got you started. What did you hear? What song stopped you in your tracks and said, ooh, I want to hit that? Was it drums first off? Was it drums?
Actually, it was Joe Morello with the Brubeck Quartet. So
Yeah.
pre-Beatles.
Where were you exposed to that?
Living in Florida, and the local TV station Signature Music, whenever they go to a commercial break, they would play Take 5 by the Brubeck Quartet.
So who inspired you when you got into more flurries? Was it still jazz players or?
Mitch Mitchell, you know, those cats. Mitch Mitchell was a big band player, you know.
And Hendrix embraced that because he'd done big band stuff. He'd worked with Little Richard and big band, so he knew what would be needed to fill out a trio. That's brilliant. I love Mitch.
It was so unique. It was a big band feel that he played with in contrast to Hendrix.
So what Hendrix track caught you then with? Because Hendrix was my muse. Was the one you could go, oh my God, that's, you know, manic depression or?
Oh, there were so many. I mean, anything off of Are You Experienced?
Oh.
At that point, I was learning to play, would only listen to music with cool drummers, so Mitch Mitchell stood out, especially on manic depression. Yeah, it still gives me chills whenever I hear it.
So, Tommy, I remember, I think the first time I heard you properly was the live album of the Pat Travers Band. And oh my God, Mars and you, a rhythm section to die for.
I heard you sing with Deep Purple at the Cal Jam. I didn't know that we would be spending the lion's share of our careers together, obviously, at that point.
Over 30 years together now, Thomas. Just amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing.
I got to know Cozy on that run, and he was one of the few drummers I would have considered to be a friend.
Yeah.
A real sweetheart of a guy.
Cozy was a scholar and a gentleman.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay, my love, I think I'm going to have to putting a call into Italy shortly. I'd love you to give me your favorite Flesh and Blood track, our last studio opus together.
Oh, Flesh and Blood.
The title track?
Why not?
Big love to Karen and certainly to you, and God willing, we'll be doing it together soon.
Absolutely, DC. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. Love you, brother.
You too. Bye-bye.
This is David Coverdale on Planet Rock. This is David Coverdale on Planet Rock.
Is this the Italian stallion?
Yes, DC, that's me. How are you, man?
Una fazza, una razza.
Yes.
How are you doing, my darling? Wasn't your first show the Bologna Monsters of Rock 30 years ago?
Yeah, actually, Kiss was the first one in '88, but...
Oh, be quiet. Be quiet. How dare you? I love Paul and Gene, particularly Paul. I adore them.
Yeah, but yeah, the concert in Bologna was August 30th.
Who knew in Bologna that we'd be working together 25 years later? It's so cool.
Yeah.
So what was the music? What was the song that you first heard that just stopped you in your tracks and just became a game changer, a life changer?
When I bought the trilogy, the VHS, that changed my life.
Oh, Whitesnake?
Yes, of course.
Oh my gosh, with what? Is This Love, Here We Go Again, and Still of the Night?
The four singles, and I just got my real keyboard. That was '87, April 7th.
Which would you say was your go-to song then on the trilogy? Was it Still of the Night, Here We Go Again, Is This Love?
They're so different that I love them all, but my favorite track of Whitesnake was Don't Turn Away. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
man.
I love that song. That was, I don't think we ever played that live. We just rehearsed it in pre-prod, and it's one of my favorites. Michael, let's cue up Don't Turn Away, a Coverdale Sykes song from the eponymous Whitesnake album. So, Michele, you
Yes.
brought such a joy to the Flesh and Blood sessions with your unique keyboards and also your singing. And you're a multi-instrumentist. Don't you play bass in your own band?
Yes, I play bass, keyboards, and rhythm guitar very badly, but that's all I do. I don't play drums.
But you brought such amazing, for many, many years with Whitesnake, I've written big anthemic choruses, and I've been blessed with drunken sailors. This is bliss for me. I have musicians who, not only it's an orchestra of music, I have these amazing singers that can make the choruses punch like Duke Ellington's brass section. But what would be your favorite Flesh and Blood track?
You know what? That's a problem. When I hear Always the Same, I was super, super happy how it ended up. So I think that's the one that actually I saw it growing more than other songs.
Michele, I love you so dearly and thank you so much for taking the time.
Me too.
I hope your dad's well. Please send my love.
Yeah, thank you,
And I
man.
sincerely hope we can actually see each other soon. Michele Lupi, keyboard and singer extraordinaire, a blessing to Whitesnake.
Thanks, DC.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Grazie
DC.
mille, my dear brother.
Yeah.
Grazie mille.
Yeah, hugs, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters of the Snake, Dino Jelusic is on the phone now, all the way from Zagreb, Croatia. Hey, brother, welcome to Whitesnake, baby.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure. I can't wait for rehearsals. It's the first time, I was telling Tanya, it's the first time I've been excited about rehearsals for most of my career.
Oh, my God.
I hate rehearsing, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You guys just did that Monsters of Rock cruise, I think. Shameless people you are.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I see that you're a baby. You told me you were 30. You're actually 29, according to the internet.
According to the internet.
How dare you? How dare
I'm so
you?
sorry.
I'm old enough to be your grandfather.
No.
What the hell?
No.
I swear, Dino, when I was a kid, I was the youngest member of all the bands I worked in. Every one until about 20 years ago.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I listened to Government. Sounds amazing. It was more kind of a Tom Jones kind of thing. I love it.
Tom Jones. It's interesting. I am like the Tom Jones of rock. I still get underwear thrown at me.
You are. Yeah, you are.
You've been involved with music pretty much since you were born.
Yeah. When I was 1 year old, there's a video. I got to show you the video from 1993. Me watching Thunderstruck from AC/DC and being completely mesmerized by that video.
At 1 year old.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah, 1 year old. Yeah.
You emailed me recently that you did Fool for Your Loving in the original key when you were with Joel on the cruise. But the one you want us to play is the one from the Slip of the Tongue Band with Stevie Vai and Adrian Vandenberg.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it was an early show with Joel. It was 10 in the morning, and we were partying the night before, and I was still recovering from COVID. So all of a sudden, there's a Bloody Mary hangover jam, and he starts playing Fool for Your Lovin', and I'm thinking, why is this song so high? 10 in the morning is really like not my time to sing, but it was interesting.
We set up that I was going to call you, or did I just FaceTime you out of the blue? Because your young brother was there, remember?
Oh, yeah, so that was June last year.
You didn't know I'd be calling, certainly not FaceTiming, and you just got out the shower. Very funny.
So Joe called me 2 in the morning, my time.
That's right.
Yeah, so he called me, and I was still kind of asleep when I answered the phone.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, I'm sleeping. It's 2 in the morning. And he said, listen, David and I are watching your videos, and he loves you. He would love you to be in Whitesnake. It was surreal because I was still asleep. So I woke up next morning and I was like, did I talk to Joel last night? So I called him again, and he said no.
Was I dreaming?
Yeah. So he said no. David's gonna call you. So and then you called, and I think I was watching tennis on TV, but I was like in my underwear, so I had to like put a shirt on. All of a sudden, there's you.
Well, you're definitely going to have to put a shirt on with Whitesnake. That's for damn sure. Only Tommy Aldridge is allowed. Well, maybe Tanya can take her shirt off, and Tommy Aldridge. That's the only ones.
Okay.
Can't wait for you and I to be kicking ass at first in rehearsals in LA. It's going to be so exciting. You know, you've got me so thrilled. And thank you for taking the time for talking with us, DJ. My love to Dario and your family.
Thank
Hope
you very
everyone's
much.
good.
Likewise.
And we'll speak before. Welcome to Whitesnake. And
Thank you.
here's AC/DC Thunderstruck.
This is David Coverdale on Planet Rock. This is David Coverdale on Planet Rock.
How are you, my sweet, my Irish beauty, my sorceress? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the brand new bass player. This is Tanya O'Callaghan. Hi, baby. Welcome to Whitesnake.
How you doing? Perfect pronunciation of the O'Callaghan. Thank you.
So I know I'm going to have to play a Tool song, but that's just because I love you. What is it? Something about mice and moles or something?
Ticks and leeches. Which is actually a reference to people who drain you.
Whatever happened to love songs, Tanya? Really?
Well, it's kind of a love song. I know, in fairness, I'm a big softie.
Ticks and Leeches by Tool, dedicated to energy vampires everywhere. And I really love the other song you picked, Bad to the Bone. But is that Terminator 1 or 2?
Terminator 2, it's the best Terminator. And it's funny because I had this obsession. I never had any dolls when I was a kid, a young girl. I only had Arnold Schwarzenegger toys. I was completely obsessed.
Oh, really? No brothers hand-me-downs? That was your choice?
I had my brother's He-Man. I was such a tomboy.
By the power of Grayskull!
Exactly. And it was all about, action heroes and Captain Planet. But I remember that because it's funny. It made no sense when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9 watching Terminator 2 on repeat. But it turned out that Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the biggest environmental activists on the planet. So I must have just known in advance. So anyway, that song, I remember when that scene would come on, I'd just keep playing it because that riff.
Thrilled beyond, bluebirds flying out of every orifice, that we're going to have the pleasure to work together. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Irish Colleen, Tanya O'Callaghan. See you soon, Angel Cake. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the longest surviving member of Whitesnake and my fabulous, fearless band leader, Mr. Red Beach.
Thank you, David. What a wonderful intro. Thank you.
So how are you, darling, in these very challenging times?
Oh, I'm good. I'm great. A lot of us touring musicians are finding other ways to make income. And my first thing was to start giving guitar lessons. And it's going really well. It turns out I have kind of a knack for it. My students are loving it, and so am I.
Of course, until you try, you never know. And necessity is the mother of all invention. And I'm very proud of you for doing this. So, the guitar lessons, how are they going?
I've met so many people, and, some people, they just like to talk. They just want to hear the stories. It's like a television program almost, and they pay every week like it's on demand to hear stories from the road from Red Beach.
Do you actually get to play guitar for them, or?
No, not interested at all. Not a note.
But you have a solo album you've been working on, I understand.
Yes, View from the Inside. And the first song on the album is called Black Magic, which is a remake of an old song of mine.
Oh, you owe me, Red Beach. You owe me.
I do. You were awesome. It was amazing. That voice is perfect.
I'm really pleased that came out. So I'd love to be able to play a fabulous track that I had the great pleasure of working with Reb on by just going Black Magic. What was the song that stopped you in your tracks and went, oh my God, and just changed whatever, if somebody, your family had planned for you or whatever, and you knew that's what you wanted to do, that's what you wanted to play?
So music for me was always hand-me-down records from my big brother and sister. They had the Monkees and the Beach Boys, Loggins and Messina, and I was listening to all music like that, which was great music, but it was mellow. It wasn't until Aerosmith came out that I heard blues rock.
Yeah.
They got me into it. So I was 13 in 1976, and that's when...
Oh, my God. That's when I left Deep Purple.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that year, Aerosmith rocks Styx Grand Illusion, Boston, ELO, Frampton Comes Alive, Stevie Wonder Songs in the Key of Life, Kansas Left Overture, and Hotel California came out.
Remarkable.
So it was all this great music coming out on the radio, and I rushed out and bought my first record and started getting into music. And music was so fabulous back then that it was just this plethora of greatness. The song that was such a contrast to the Monkees and my hand-me-down records was Aerosmith Toys in the Attic.
So, in closing, my dear brother, my dear band leader, I miss you terribly.
Me too.
So, what's your favorite Flesh and Blood track? We did so well with that album, made such a good Whitesnake album. Let's go out on your favorite Flesh and Blood. I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, I think you do too. For me, it was Sands of Time. Yeah, that song, I put a lot of work into that song, and it never was quite right. You kept sending me back to the drawing board, and thank God you did, because it came out so cool. I love working with you, David.
Oh, mutual. Please stay safe. Can't wait to work together again. Thanks, love.
Thanks,
God
David.
bless.
Me too. Love you.
Well, that's it, my loves. Thank you all for sharing your precious hours with me in these terribly challenging times for all of us. Can't wait to see you all, the beloved Whitesnake Choir, on our farewell tour. I'd like to thank Magic Mikey Mac, the elusive Butterfly, Elise Brodsky, Professor Tom Mittens Gordon, and all at Hook City Studio, Andy Copping and all at Live Nation, Rick Blaxell, and all at Planet Rock for their exceptional support and letting us get away with our naughtiness. And of course, a very special thank you to all our guests who helped make this such a unique and fulfilling show.
I'm sad to say it's time to go.
So until we meet again along the road, and hopefully very soon, remember you are truly appreciated and loved for who you are and for what you do. Stay safe and well, boys and girls. Be safe, be happy, and don't let anybody make you afraid. Up Close and Personal with David Coverdale is brought to you courtesy of Planet Rock and Live Nation.
This is David Coverdale on Planet Rock.
Planet Rock presents Whitesnake and Foreigner. See them live at venues across the UK throughout May 2022. With very special guests Europe. Get your tickets now at planetrock.com/tickets. Don't miss Whitesnake and Foreigner live with Planet Rock.